Last time on She Rules the Waves I let the crew sleep in and took the first shift by myself. We changed canals and got hit by weather. We changed canals again into the even bigger locks and the first tunnel of Canal du Nord. We stopped for the night near Perron. Next morning we moved on upwards before taking a lunch break and making a crew change. We went through another tunnel and ended up at an industrial quay near the end of Canal du Nord. And here we are. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Linus Jackson, a sailing musician and father of two, trying to get my boat Sedna home to Sweden for a major refit. And in time, I plan to be a full-time liveaboard and world traveler. Join us on this journey. Good morning, people. Today, our plan is to move on to the last lock of the Canal du Nord, turning east on the Escaut or the Schelde river and hopefully make it all the way up to or maybe even over the border to Belgium. Waiting for the first lock of the day and the last lock of Canal du Nord. Then we will turn out on the Canal Dunkirk to Lescaut. And then just the Lescaut or Schelde, and then we'll see. All right, I assume we're next. Well, this is the end of Canal du Nord. There's a lot of barges here. And up ahead we are turning right to the, whatever the name was. Our part of this canal is just the end of a longer canal coming all the way from the English Channel, and it will eventually change into just the river Escaut or Schelde, which is the Flemish name for it. It's pretty wide and deep, and the locks are also one more step up in size. First lock on the Escaut, it's bigger. Right, this actually had a floating one. We didn't see that from the beginning. So let's see how this works out for us. We're all man on deck right now. Look at that car. Right, so we thought that we wouldn't fit behind this barge, but let's just say I was wrong. I think Sedna would have fit here. So, by now, the locks are not always the same anymore, and the traffic has also stepped up. And that makes for a unique experience in every lock. So once again, we're by a lock and waiting, this time for a bunch of ships. One coming out, one going in, and then maybe us. This is the second barge and they are gonna go in and then we are gonna go behind them. That's the plan. This time we had to lock with the barge. We've never done that before. It's a little tricky. Yeah, the prop wash from the barges have the potential of screwing up your maneuverability something fierce, and that means you have to be on your toes all the time. And soon we entered the city of Valenciennes, where there's kind of a traffic jam before the lock. But we did eventually get through that too, and that means only 2 more locks left in France. making graffiti. It's the crew.
Yeah.
Never-ending sea of containers. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe demolitioning some kind of oil tank or something. Looks pretty nasty. Okay, this is the last lock in France, and the light just turned green. Let's go. This is the last lock in France for us, and we are moored right in the front, and we're waiting for another boat, a big one, to come in behind us. So this time we're gonna be before the big barge. That's interesting. Let's see how that goes. Let's look in France. Here's the other deviation. Here's the lock. Over here we will turn left and go up towards Belgium, which we might make tonight, but I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll see. Our locking friend for this time is here. Water World. I wonder where all the jet ski pirates are. They're closing up behind Waterworld. And let's go down. The door is opening on the last lock in France for Sedna and her crew. Whoop, 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 whoop. Green. That's where we're going. The last stretch of France for us was pretty rural and non-eventful, although we did get overtaken by a huge empty barge driving with the pedal to the metal. And after a lot of different experiences in this country, all the way from its southernmost point to almost the northernmost, spanning over close to a year, it was now time to move on. Now we're supposed to be in Belgium according to the map. We can't really see any signs of it, but we're supposed to be in Belgium, so yay! Thank you, France. There is France. There is Belgium. We've officially crossed the border. Woohoo! Let's change the flag. It's time. Change the flag. Goodbye, France. Here we go. Belgium. It felt truly exhilarating to be in another country after crossing almost the entire length of France. Although the scenery at first didn't change that much, we still felt that the riverbank was a little more taken care of, a little more lush maybe. And although I'm sure our short stay in Belgium isn't going to be without friction, the first impression was pretty nice. Especially when we saw our first, shall we call it, historical buildings. And its statue ornaments. It's a transformer! It's Bumblebee! After a pretty tricky mooring in the side wind in Antwerp, I took a walk to check out the fuel dock for tomorrow's extremely necessary refueling. Alright, so they're supposed to open this office tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. So if we go here by 9, it should be fine. But I will walk up here and talk to them first. So we'll see. We made it to Belgium. And I made dinner before, I don't know what time it is. Before 9 o'clock. Woohoo! Cheers. Anchor beer. Welcome to Belgium. I hope you enjoy it. Welcome indeed. Let's spend the evening in the protection of the Autobots and make sure we are well rested for another day of Belgian canals tomorrow.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of grass and stuff in this one, but not too bad. Let's start the morning by filling up some water and some diesel. I like this old school thingy. 260 liters, almost 261. We're doing some water too. Morning, people. I'm glad to say that we finally found a diesel fuel filled up, and we now have full tank again, which is a huge relief. And we also got some water at the same place in Antoing, up there. And now we're cruising through Belgium, and hopefully we will reach Ghent tonight, but we will see.
Well, today our goal is to move on from Antoine near the French border and head as far as we can towards the city of Ghent, passing through the two regions of Belgium, Wallonia and Flanders. But first, we'll go through the town of Tournai.
We're going on a barge caravan through the city of Tournai, and seems to be some cool gates up ahead. Old city gates. There's a whole kindergarten of seabirds. Number 2 in Belgium. This is also a huge one. Okay, so it turns out that Wallonia and Flanders are different parts of Belgium. That I knew, of course, but apparently they have very different rules. So now I have to go and get some kind of ticket. And I'll also try to find as much official information as I can about the Belgian canals, because it's been impossible to Google it. I might be stupid, but still. So let's see.
Yeah, well, it turns out we wasted so much time figuring that out that we decided to stop for the day in the very next marina. The mooring was very chaotic due to gusty winds and prop walk from the barge next door, but eventually we made it to the dock. We went for a walk and found a grocery store and some goats. We had dinner, showered and ran into a Norwegian boat that I actually have had contact with through the Inland Waterways group on Facebook. They're going the other way, and we've been sharing insights on water levels and such.
A slightly chaotic day has come to an end, and we celebrate with having some really nice beef and croquettes. And maybe we will change our plans. We'll talk about it.
Anyway, we didn't make it to Ghent, but tomorrow we move on through Belgium and maybe we'll even make it to the Netherlands. Thank you so much for watching. Give us a like and say hi in the comments, and click the subscribe button and the little bell. And until next time, take care.